Greetings, and welcome to the High Flying Tutors Academy channel. Today, I'll be helping you on basic accounting, basic cost accounting or manufacturing, where we are going to be required or where we are going to calculate the cost of goods manufactured and the cost of goods sold, which is the cost of sales, right? So this is questions on basic cost accounting or manufacturing accounting, right? So now here is the question that is given and we are going to be dealing with it, right? So now they're saying Mpa Laleni toy manufacturers released the following data for the year ended 31st December 2019. They gave you raw materials inventory on the 1st of January 2019, 125,000 raw materials inventory 31st December 2019, 115,000 raw materials purchased. This is supposed to be raw material purchased. 540,000 work in progress inventory for January. 92,500 work in progress inventory. 31st December 2019, 85,400 finished goods. January 68,600 finished goods inventory. The December 52,500 direct labor. 350,000 factory or manufacturing overheads, 255,000. And then you are required to prepare or calculate the cost of goods manufactured and to calculate the cost of goods sold, which is your cost of sales, right? So for you to reach this and be able to calculate this, you need to have the formulas and the formats on how to calculate certain things. So remember, for you to be able to calculate the cost of goods sold, you need the above information. You need direct material cost, you need primary cost, you need total manufacturing cost, you need cost of goods manufactured, and you also gonna be able to calculate cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold. So let me show you something. The formula or the format to calculate the cost of goods sold. I want to go and start there. I want to go and start there where we have to calculate the cost of goods sold. I want to start with the formula on how to calculate the cost of goods sold. So the formula to calculate the cost of goods sold is you have to say cost of goods manufactured, cost of goods manufactured, cost of goods manufactured, you add finished goods opening or finished goods at the beginning, finished goods opening or at the beginning, right? I'm gonna say finished goods opening balance, and then you less finished goods, cost of finished goods, finished goods closing balance, finished goods closing balance, or let me just do this. Just keep consistent on this one. Finished goods opening balance, and then finished goods closing balance. So this is the formula to calculate what? This is the formula to calculate cost of goods sold. You have to say cost of goods manufactured. You add the finished cost of finished goods opening balance, and then your less finished goods closing balance, right? So now after this, you see, so that means we cannot calculate cost of goods sold without cost of goods manufactured. So what is the formula to calculate cost of goods manufactured? Just want to show you so that you get to understand the processes of certain things. So because you need to know what you are doing, you need to understand, you need to have a better understanding. So now let's proceed, and then now let's go and put the formula to calculate cost of goods manufactured, or the format. The format for cost of goods manufactured is total manufacturing cost. It's gonna be total manufacturing cost, right? And then you add work in progress, work in progress, work in progress at the beginning, or work in progress opening. Let me just do that. Work in progress opening or beginning opening balance. And then you also less work in progress closing balance. Right? So you see, now you see cost of goods manufactured is equal to total manufacturing cost. You add work in progress opening balance, you less work in progress closing balance. So you see, now it means we cannot calculate cost of goods manufactured without total manufacturing cost. Right? So now let's go and get the formula to calculate total manufacturing cost. We're coming with it like this. So now, what is the formula to calculate manufacturing cost? The formula to calculate manufacturing cost is equal to direct material, direct material plus direct labor plus manufacturing overheads or factory overheads. Manufacturing or factory overheads. Right? I said, you said direct material, you add direct labor, and then you add manufacturing factory overheads, and then you're gonna get your total cost, total manufacturing cost, I mean to say. All right, and then you need and then now we also have to calculate primary cost. Primary cost, it's easy, it's just the direct material, cost, right? You add direct labor, right? So you see, if you check on the total manufacturing cost, you have direct material and direct labor, meaning that we can still calculate total manufacturing cost by saying primary cost or prime cost plus manufacturing overheads. So we need to calculate, if we add the two, they give us primary cost. They give us primary cost, you see. So it means the two makes primary cost, and then you add manufacturing or factory overheads, you're gonna get your total manufacturing cost. Therefore, there is no total manufacturing cost without primary cost. You can put it like that, right? And then now we are given a task to calculate direct material cost. What is the formula to calculate direct material cost? So the formula to calculate direct material cost or direct material is going to be direct material opening or raw material inventory opening, direct material opening balance, direct material opening, balance, then you add direct material purchases, direct material purchases, you add transport cost, you add transport cost, you add transport cost, and then you less direct material closing balance. Direct material closing balance. So this is the formula to calculate direct material cost. So now we are done with the format, you see. So you must have this for you to get this one, and then you must have this to get this one, and you must have this to get this one. Then you are done. So this is the format you must master, because the question can come and say calculate cost of goods sold only. So you must know that it means I have to start from the beginning and start from there. If it's not given, you come there, you come here, and then this is the final process, right? So let's go and calculate all of this using that format. Remember, the formula only asked us to calculate the two, right? But we had to do everything from there because we need them. We need all of this to calculate the final questions: cost of goods manufactured and cost of goods sold, right? So let's go to the question again so that we can just put everything in our format, right? So there we go. Remember, we need to identify firstly direct material opening, because we need to start with the direct material cost. Remember, the question asked us to calculate cost of goods manufactured, but there's no cost of goods manufactured without a total manufacturing cost, and there's no cost of goods sold without cost of goods manufactured. And we have to start from all the way from the beginning, from the direct material cost. So let's calculate direct material cost. So our direct material cost opening is going to be raw materials inventory on the 1st of January 2019, which is 125,000, right? That is your opening for direct material. Opening direct material, 125,000. So you go there, you say 125,000, right? And then you're gonna add direct material purchased or purchases, right? So let's go and see in our information right there. In our information, we have the raw materials purchased, which is 540,000. We add 540,000, and then you add transport. Let's go and check in our information. So as we look at our information, we do not have transport, right? If we don't have transport, it means the transport is zero. It's not there. If it's not there, it's not there, right? Don't assume your own price when it's not there even in the test. You just have to know, okay, I've checked my information, transport cost is not there, we put 0, and then we proceed. So we are going to look for direct material closing balance. Direct material closing balance is going to be the raw materials inventory 31st December 2019, because this is the end, this is the closing date. So that's where we're going to find our closing, which is 115,000. All right, so we come here, we less anything we less in accounting. Normally we put in brackets, so I can put brackets there and say 115,000. I close brackets. So now, how much is our direct material cost? So we are going to say 125 in our calculators right there. 125,000 plus 540,123 zeros, and then we less 115,000. I'm getting just tell me your answer right there. Put your answer right there. I'm getting a 550 zeros, which is 550,000. That is our direct material cost. Right? And then now we need to calculate our prime cost. We are done with the direct material cost. The formula says direct material opening, direct material purchases, transport cost, direct labor, direct material closing balance. So this is the format, and this is our answer, 550,000. Right? So you need to have the format, you need to have this structure. So let's proceed to the primary cost or prime cost right now. So already now we've got our direct material. Our direct material is given there is 550,123 zeros, right? And then we have to add our direct labor. So let's go to our information given right there. So now our direct labor is here, is 350,000. So we're going to add 350,000 for us to calculate primary or prime cost. 300 what happened? 350,000. Right? There we go. And then now let's go and calculate our primary or prime cost. So our prime cost is going to be 550,000 plus 350,000, and then I am getting 900,000 rent, right? 900,000. All right, and then we are done with our prime cost or primary cost. Then we go to our total manufacturing cost. Remember, our total manufacturing cost, we have to say direct material, which is 550,000, right? And then we add our direct labor, which is 350,000. And then we add our manufacturing or factory overheads, right? which is there on our information, which is factory or manufacturing overheads, which is 255,000. So let's go to our answer sheet right there, and then it's 255,000. All right, and then now we can add everything. So let's do so, or we can just say 900,000 of the prime cost million plus 22500. So, or you can just start from the beginning and say 550,123 plus 350,123 plus 255,000. I'm getting 1,155,000 total. 1,155,000. All right, and then that is your total manufacturing cost. So now we are done with the total manufacturing cost. Let's go to our cost of goods manufactured. Remember, for us to calculate cost of goods manufactured, we needed what? Total manufacturing cost, which is going to be 1,155,000. And then we're going to add work in progress opening. We're going to add work in progress opening or work in progress at the beginning, which is going to be our balance on the 1st of January 2019, which is 92,500. That is work in progress at the beginning, 92,500. So we're gonna say 92,500, and then we less work in progress closing balance or work in progress at the end. So work in progress at the end is the one in December, which is 85,400. we less that one, right? So let's go there. It's how much? 84,500. And then now we are done. That is 84,500 for, or it's 85,400. 85,400, sorry, 85,400. So 85,400, right? That is the format we follow. Okay, so now let's calculate our cost of goods manufactured. Cost of goods manufactured. So cost of goods manufactured is going to be 1,155,000 plus 92,500 minus 85,400. I am getting 1 million. Our cost of goods manufactured is 1,162,100. That is that is our cost of goods manufactured. Cost of goods manufactured, right? And then after that, we are going to calculate the cost of goods sold. Remember, for us to calculate the cost of goods sold, we also need cost of goods manufactured. And our cost of goods manufactured is one that we just calculated, 1,162,100. And then you add finished goods opening balance. Finished goods opening balance. So finished goods opening balance or finished goods at the beginning is going to be how much? Let's see. It's going to be the one on the 1st of January 2019, which is going to be 68,600. So you're going to add 68,600, 68,600, and then you are also going to less finished goods closing balance or finished goods at the end. You less, all right? Bracket right there. How much is your finished goods closing or finished goods at the end? Our finished goods at the end is the inventory or finished goods on the 31st of December 2019, which is 52,500. 52,500. So let's go there. 52,500. All right, and then you close there. All right. So now we are done with all the information we needed to calculate cost of goods sold. So now let's put that on the calculator quickly. So it's going to be 1 million 162,100 plus 68,600 or 68,600 plus or minus, I mean to say you minus the closing, which is 52,500, and then I am getting 1,178,200. that is your cost of goods sold. 1,178,200, right? That is your cost of goods sold. So you see, so without this process, there was no way we were going to calculate cost of goods sold or cost of goods manufactured. We needed everything from the beginning, and then we follow this process until we calculate the cost of goods sold. So you need to have a better understanding of this. The number one, you need to understand or know the format or the formula, and then after that you need to know how do they follow one another. Because if you check, we had direct material. After that, we were able to calculate prime cost. After calculating prime cost, we are able to calculate total manufacturing cost. After that, we had we are able to calculate cost of goods manufactured, and then after we are able to calculate cost of goods sold. And this is what we were required to calculate. What we were required to calculate is this, right? This is what we were required to calculate. This is what we were required to calculate, right? But these two, number 4 and number 5, but we needed number 1, number 2, and number 3 for us to calculate number 4 and number 5. You see now. So please know this formula, know how it works, know how it follows each other, and do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. And remember, we also offer private sessions. If you want private sessions, you can drop a comment. I'll be able to attend it to you. And below the video, where you have to like, and there's a thanks item there where if you want to thank us with the information or the knowledge we are providing to you from 14.99. If you want to donate something there, you can put you can also give us thanks, no problem. You can donate something. It starts from 14.99. that is 15 rand actually. So you can give us something if you are benefiting from this and you are happy, and you want to also encourage us to continue putting videos, to continue giving you the knowledge, to continue giving you all the education that is necessary for you to learn and continue to grow in knowledge. So thank you for watching, and I repeat, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, and salute.